I don't like the way Savannah look at LeBron. I like the way the white women look at LeBron.
It's a packed night at Crypto.com Arena. The lights are blinding, the stakes are high, and the entire stadium is buzzing with electricity. Courtside, Kevin Gates. On the court, LeBron James. Focused, intense, and locked in. But then, right in the middle of the fourth quarter, something happens that silences the noise. A stare, a gesture, and suddenly, the atmosphere changes. The crowd doesn't know what just happened. Security starts moving. Cameras start zooming in, and in that moment, it's no longer just a basketball game. Kevin Gates and LeBron James, two titans from two different worlds, caught in a heated, unspoken face-off that has now gone viral. But what was said? Why did it happen? And what does it really mean? You won't believe how deep this moment actually goes. Before we dive into this wild story, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe, because trust me, you won't want to miss how this unfolds. Let's rewind to April 19th, 2025. Out of nowhere, Kevin Gates took to Instagram and dropped a video that left everyone stunned. And no, it wasn't about music or even basketball. It was about LeBron James and his wife, Savannah. Yes, you heard that right. In a bizarre and completely unsolicited rant, Gates shared some personal and, frankly, uncomfortable opinions about LeBron's marriage. He claimed he didn't like the way Savannah looked at LeBron, and then went on to bizarrely compare her to, wait for it, white women in the crowd, saying they looked at LeBron with more admiration and desire. Let that sink in for a second. And it didn't stop there. Gates described Savannah like a warden, saying she polices LeBron's energy, unlike others, who in his words, are just down for him. According to outlets like the Daily Mail, this seemed to reference a pre-game handshake from 2023 that Gates interpreted as Savannah looking unbothered by her husband. Now, despite praising LeBron's greatness on the court, Gates said, very bluntly, that he wouldn't want to be in his shoes because of how he perceives Savannah's vibe toward him. Naturally, the internet exploded. Fans, celebrities, and public figures quickly called Gates out for crossing a line. I mean, commenting on someone's marriage, especially a couple as respected and low-key as LeBron and Savannah? It didn't sit right with anyone. And to really understand the magnitude of Gates's words, you have to know the story behind LeBron and Savannah. These two have been together since high school. From Akron, Ohio to global fame, they've been side by side for over 2 decades, married for 12 years, raising 3 kids together, Bronny, Bryce, and their daughter Jury. So when someone attacks that kind of bond publicly, it hits different. Bronny James officially joined the Lakers in the 2023 NBA Draft, playing in 27 regular season games while splitting time with the G League. His younger brother Bryce has already committed to the University of Arizona. So we're not just talking about a successful family, we're talking about a legacy in motion. And at the heart of it all, a rock-solid relationship that stood the test of time, fame, and constant media scrutiny. LeBron and Savannah aren't some Hollywood fling. They've been together since high school in Akron, Ohio. Over 2 decades of loyalty, love, and building a family long before LeBron became the global icon he is today. That's why Kevin Gates's comments hit such a nerve. Out of nowhere, he decided to critique how Savannah looks at her husband, bizarrely comparing her demeanor to that of white women at games. He even went so far as to describe her as a warden, suggesting she limits LeBron's energy, completely disregarding the depth of their relationship. And then came the contradiction. Gates claimed he loves LeBron, and made these remarks out of care. Naturally, fans weren't buying it. The internet exploded with backlash. Some believed he was just chasing controversy to stay relevant. Others speculated there could be more to the story behind the scenes. But LeBron, he didn't take the bait. On April 20th, just a day after the viral video, LeBron posted a photo with Savannah, looking into her eyes, with a caption that said it all. Kings don't concern themselves with the opinions of peasants. Where to next, queen? A heart emoji. A queen emoji. No names mentioned, but the message was crystal clear. The response was widely praised. Calm, classy, a show of strength without a single insult. At a time when most would clap back in anger, LeBron chose dignity, and in doing so, reaffirmed the bond he shares with Savannah. And remember, all of this unfolded while the Lakers were deep in the NBA playoffs. They had just suffered a 117-95 loss to the Timberwolves in Game 1. LeBron had scored only 19 points on 18 shots. Not his best night. Yet, with all that pressure, he still managed to rise above the noise. That's not just leadership on the court. That's leadership in life. But instead of letting the controversy rattle him, LeBron stayed focused. With just one sharp Instagram post, featuring a loving photo of him and Savannah, and the caption, "Kings don't concern themselves with the opinions of peasants. Where to next, Queen?" He shut down the noise without saying a single name. That post reminded the world why LeBron is more than just a basketball legend. He's a model of restraint, grace, and maturity. Now you'd think after that kind of response, and the wave of public backlash, Kevin Gates might have taken a step back, maybe even apologized. But that's not what happened. Instead, on April 21st, Gates doubled down. In a follow-up Instagram story, he appeared with influencer Brittany Renner and said, "At King James, I'm way less than a peasant. I'm a servant of Hashallah. I love you." It was a bizarre attempt to justify his earlier remarks as somehow coming from a place of love, a move many fans found even more confusing and offensive. But the drama didn't stop there. Just 2 days later, on April 23rd, Gates made an unexpected appearance courtside at Game 2 of the Lakers vs. Timberwolves playoff series at Crypto.com Arena. Sitting front row next to Brittany Renner and actor Jack Black, Gates was impossible to miss, and fans instantly saw it as a bold, calculated provocation. Social media lit up. Posts from Legion Hoops and Complex captured the moment, and commentary from outlets like Marca described the scene as LeBron facing a deliberate provocation during a high-pressure playoff matchup. Think about it. The Lakers had just dropped Game 1. Tensions were already sky-high, and now LeBron had to play with Kevin Gates, the man who publicly disrespected his wife, sitting just feet away. If this was Gates trying to rattle the king, it only raised the stakes. The timing couldn't have been more intentional. Just days after the Lakers' disappointing 117-95 loss in Game 1, where LeBron had an off night, scoring 19 points on 18 shots, Kevin Gates showed up courtside at Game 2, smack in the middle of the drama he helped create. With the Lakers needing a win to avoid heading to Minnesota down 0-2, Gates' sudden presence wasn't just surprising, it felt like a direct challenge. Sitting front row with Brittany Renner and Jack Black, Gates added a layer of personal tension to what was already a must-win game. Fans online were stunned. Some laughed it off as a PR stunt. Others called it disrespectful, crossing a line by bringing personal attacks into a playoff arena. But regardless of intent, one thing became clear. All eyes were now on LeBron. And just like that, LeBron reminded us who he is. He didn't glance Gates' way. No reactions, no drama, just laser focus. And it paid off. LeBron led the Lakers to a gritty 94-85 win, tying the series 1-1. Cameras caught the tension, flipping between LeBron's poise on the court and Gates sitting just feet away, adding to the viral storm. At 40 years old, LeBron proved once again that no distraction, no matter how personal, can shake him. His ability to stay locked in, even while under media fire, earned praise from fans and outlets worldwide. And perhaps the most powerful part? LeBron never addressed Gates again. No courtside stare down, no public clapback. He let the scoreboard speak for him. That silence? Louder than any response. What made Gates' comments so jarring is that there's no known history between the two. No feud, no fallout, just a sudden, unprovoked attack on one of the NBA's most respected family men. LeBron and Savannah's relationship, which began back in Akron, has stood strong for over 2 decades, one of the most admired partnerships in sports. So while Gates may have gotten his headlines, the public sentiment was clear. LeBron won that night, not just on the court, but in character. As fans filed out of Crypto.com Arena, social media lit up. LeBron's focus and Gates' courtside stunt became instant viral fuel. Sports analysts praised LeBron's poise, while entertainment blogs zeroed in on the unexpected collision of NBA playoffs and celebrity drama. During the post-game press conference, reporters tried to get LeBron to address Gates' presence. But true to form, LeBron deflected, keeping the spotlight on basketball and the team's Game 2 win. Cameras later caught Gates quietly leaving the arena, with no interaction between him and LeBron. What Gates hoped to prove remains unclear. But one thing is certain, this feud isn't just an online spat anymore. It stepped straight into real life. With the series tied 1-1 and heading to Minneapolis, fans are wondering, will the drama follow LeBron on the road? Or was Gates' stunt a one-time move for attention? Either way, all eyes will be on Game 3 at Target Center. And here's the thing, this isn't Gates' first rodeo when it comes to high-profile feuds. Over the years, he's clashed with other celebrities in ways that feel strangely familiar. Take his long-standing beef with Louisiana rapper Boosie Badazz. That feud began back in 2009 over the murder of Gates' friend Nussie, with Boosie initially suspected but later acquitted. The tension simmered for years, and even led to a physical altercation between their entourages in 2016, as reported by XXL. It wasn't until 2018, nearly a decade later, that Boosie publicly extended an olive branch, inviting Gates to perform at Boosie Bash and putting an end to their conflict. Then there's NBA YoungBoy. In 2020, Gates went on a now infamous Instagram live rant that many saw as shots fired at YoungBoy. But in a strange twist, Gates later denied any beef, even claiming he tattooed YoungBoy's face because, in his words, "I love him," according to Urban Islands. This pattern, public disrespect followed by emotional love declarations, is exactly what we're seeing again with LeBron. It raises the same question. Is this really about love, or just another clout-chasing move? This strange mix of criticism and so-called affection has become a signature part of Kevin Gates' celebrity feuds. We've seen it before. In 2022, after activist Charleston White called his post-prison behavior strange, Gates didn't clap back online. Instead, he arranged an in-person meeting. They hugged, resolved their differences, and Gates posted, "I love you all." A peaceful ending, but also more public attention. From the long-running beef with Boosie Badazz, to the mixed signals with NBA YoungBoy, to now, LeBron James, there's a clear pattern. Start with controversy, escalate with a bold gesture, then pivot to love and reconciliation. It's almost a playbook. But this situation with LeBron, it's different. Unlike Gates' past conflicts, this time he targeted someone with one of the most admired family legacies in sports. A man whose public image is grounded in loyalty, discipline, and respect. That's why the backlash has been so intense, and why fans are still scratching their heads asking, why go after LeBron, of all people? Some think it's calculated, a way to stir the pot during the NBA playoffs and steal headlines. Others believe Gates genuinely believes he's speaking from the heart, even when it crosses the line. So, will this turn into another drawn-out feud like with Boosie? Or will it quietly fade away like his moment with Charleston White? Only time will tell, but one thing's for sure. LeBron isn't playing that game. He's staying locked in, on the court, and in life. And as long as he keeps doing that, he's already winning. If you found this breakdown insightful, don't forget to hit that like button. It really helps more people see stories like this. Subscribe for more deep dives into sports, celebrity drama, and viral culture moments. And tap the bell icon so you never miss a new upload. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.